All right, what's going on, guys? So we're back again with another Dokkan battle video. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about the upcoming Super EZA for the Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Goku, and then maybe some possible EZAs that we might see as well during the rest of this celebration. So the Goku himself, right? So this is one that we thought would probably happen during a celebration like this. So if there was to be the Goku, Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku versus the hit, the U6, U7 celebration, this is one of the Super EZAs that we were kind of anticipating. So it's cool to see it pop up. If you look at his details here, so if you look back at his regular EZA, it's like barren. There's like nothing compared to what his Super EZA is, right? So let's go ahead. Let's look and see what this guy does with the Super EZA. We'll kind of do like a first judgment of him, and then obviously once he's in game, we'll kind of play around with him a little bit. So this guy does actually drop on the 1st at 1 a.m. Eastern, so my time, Eastern time. The actual main Dokkan Fest drop on the 28th, right? So he is going to be a few days later. Okay, so this guy here, so let's see. So he's AGL, Ki +3, HP Attack Defense 120. You're not really running him for the leader skill anyway, but you know, that's there. For the basic effects, you got Ki +1, attack and defense 259. Okay, so big, strong attack and defense to make up for an old unit, right? High chance of performing crit. As the third attacker, damage reduction 40% and launches additional super. Okay, so he's meant to be flown as a run as a floater. Let's see. So when attacking, attack up by 159. Attack and chance of performing a critical hit goes up by 20 when HP is 77% or less. And then attack and chance of performing a critical hit goes up by 30 when HP is 59% or less. Okay, so obviously the less HP he has, the stronger he's going to be, is what that is. And then when receiving an attack, defense 159%, defense and damage reduction 20% when he has 77% or less, and then defense and damage reduction up by 30 when he has 59% or less. Okay, so then again, as he gets less HP, he's actually going to have more damage reduction when he's getting hit, which is great. And if you float him in slot 3, he's already got 40 here. He's got 70, he's got 90% damage reduction basically, or unless they only count this one, I don't know if they stack. But if they stack, he's got a lot of damage reduction. If not, he's at least got 70%, right? Once you get below this threshold. So starting from the 7th turn, from the start of battle, okay, attack 159% and performs a critical hit. Okay, so I mean, that's good. So the longer he's in the fight, well, this is a one-time thing too. So he'll have one turn of 159% attack and then a crit, a guaranteed crit. Or is that once within the turn? I don't know. When there's superclass enemy, all allies attack and defense 40%. And then when there's extreme class enemies, all allies attack and defense 40% for 2 turns. Okay, so he's a good support anyway, but if he's fighting extreme class, he's even better. And then his super is going to be greatly raise attack, cause immense damage to the enemy while sacrificing 5 HP. So he's got this here, which is, it's decently common among the Kaioken units. So he's got it. The new Dokkan Fest has it. I think there's a couple other ones that have it. You know, the LR from the 7th anniversary. I think one of his 18 key, he's got it, right? He sacrifices like 4%. So it's a pretty common thing with a Kaioken, right? It's the gimmick of the form, right, where it's draining your energy as you're kind of pushing out. So I mean, it makes sense, but as for this game and the content we have right now, it makes it really hard to want to run a character like that, to be honest. But I mean, he looks good. I like that he's got all his attack. He's got a bunch of crits built in. He's got additional built in. He's got damage reduction. He just doesn't have guard. That's one thing I noticed. He does not have guard. He's got a lot of damage reduction with no guard. So that could still hurt him a little, like a lot, actually. But I mean, he's good. He's decent. And one thing I did notice is that he does not share the same name as the new character, right? Even though they're both the same character, he doesn't have Kaioken in the name, right? So looking at this guy, right? So he's Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Goku, Kaioken. This guy is just Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Goku. So these two can be run together. They'll link up, and they'll probably be, I mean, I imagine they'd be like perfect link partners, right? So yeah, all 7 links. So, I mean, overall, I think he looks pretty decent on paper. I'd like to be able to actually use him, see how he actually is in game, and then we can make, you know, further assessments of him from there. Yeah, he's pretty decent. All right, so some other ones that we might see. Kale Caulifla. They are on Hit's banner. That's usually a pretty good telltale sign when one of these characters kind of comes back on these banners that they're going to end up EZAing during the celebration at some point, right? Because then they don't have to do the special EZA summon ticket summons, whatever that they do. Then they can just, you can pull them from Hit's banner, and then in about like a week or two, we'll probably see some sort of announcement that they're going to EZA, or maybe it'll be in like part 2. You know, maybe there will be a Kefla for part 2, and these guys will EZA during that part. I mean, that would make sense to me. So these guys, I think it'd be a cool EZA to have, bring a little bit more life into the Universe 6 team. Rapid growth is another big one too. So I think they'll be, I think their EZA will be good. I hope it's good. I like the Kale Caulifla unit. I think they're very good. I mean, they do fuse into Kefla as well, so it would make a whole lot of sense if Kefla's part 2 and then these guys EZA'd to run alongside that unit, right? So the next one we're looking at is the Hit and God Goku. This is one that I thought could have EZA'd during maybe like the Cell celebration, right, where it was tournament participants. But now, I mean, this has got to be like the best time for them too, right? With a Hit and a Goku being the Dokkan Fests, and now you've got a Hit and a Goku together card that could EZA. I mean, to me, that's like a no-brainer. That makes the most sense to me. But again, I don't make the plays here, so Dokkan is unpredictable in the way they do things, and sometimes they don't make sense. So we'll see, but I think they're a decent pick. They're one that I'm kind of hoping for. Another one I could see is Frieza, right? He's a 2021 unit. I think he's technically a 2020 unit, right, for JP? So I think this is the global release. I think he came out in 2020. So, I mean, Universal Survival Saga, you know, he's a tournament participant character. I don't think he's super bosses, right? No, he's not a super boss, but he is tournament participant. So I could definitely see this guy getting an EZA. What was its categories? Rapid growth, accelerated battle, tournament participants. See accelerated battle? No, he's not on that team either. Okay. Yeah, this is a long shot, but we'd see. Yeah, I mean, he would be on here, right? Reps of Unit 7 and tournament participants. He'd be on Goku's for sure. But yeah, I could see him getting his EZA. I think that'd be good. I really like this unit. I liked this Frieza when he came out. So I would really, really like to see him get an EZA and be able to start using him in the content again, because I really do like this guy. These last two are just kind of like oddballs that I kind of just threw out there just because I kind of saw them as I was looking through things, and I was like, you know, that'd be a cool little sub EZA to do. Is these two guys here. So this guy and this guy. So these were the banner units, right, for the damn, I'm blanking. Were they the 6th anniversary banner units? I think they were, right? Yeah. So I can see these guys getting their EZAs. I think they're well overdue as well. But, you know, I guess we'll kind of see. This is just like my idea for a sub EZA that they could definitely throw in there just because, right? If they really wanted to, if they really wanted to add a couple more EZAs, they could definitely do these. I think that would be pretty cool to do. But yeah, I mean, that's really what I want to talk about today, is just looking at this new Goku and his Super EZA that's coming out. I'm really interested to try him, especially running him alongside the new Goku and just seeing how they synergize. And then the only thing I worry about though is this. They're both making you lose HP though. So running them on the same team might be a little it might be a little rough. I don't know. And then I don't know, we'll see if this guy is better than the new Dokkan Fest. I imagine the new Dokkan Fest will be better than this guy anyway. But you know, we'll see. We'll run this guy, we'll run the other one, we'll run them together, and we'll kind of see how they link up. And then we'll keep an eye out for any other EZAs. So I'm really hoping to see all these guys EZA, at least these three. These two would be cool, but definitely these three, or at least these two, I hope do get an EZA this celebration. Yeah, guys, that's basically going to do it for the video today. What do you guys think that we'll see during the celebration for EZAs? Do you think, you know, this is going to be the main one? Do you think we're going to cut a couple more? Let me know what you're thinking. Let me know who you would like to see, and we can kind of go from there. If you guys stuck around to the end, I appreciate you. Thanks for hanging out with me. Like, subscribe, do the thing, and I'll see you guys next time. See ya!